Times Square.
The top of Mount Everest.
Public restroom.
Great Pyramids.
Great Wall of China.
The Eiffel Tower.
Gondola in Venice.
Here at Big Ben.
Live in the moment.
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 Hello everyone and welcome to Live in the Moment. I am your host, Alex Giuliano, and with me, as always,
Stephen Giuliano.
Now, today, as you may have noticed, we are currently in a public restroom, if I'm not mistaken.
It doesn't smell too great.
No.
It does not smell too great.
No, and it smells exactly as you would expect it to smell.
Yeah.
Like ass.
Yeah. like ass in motion.
Ooh.
And
That's a terrible thought.
yeah.
Ooh. I
Is
just
it?
pictured poop leaving someone's asshole just being in motion. Just oof. That's a rough visual.
You see, like, I'm the one who created the visual, but to me, I immediately think twerking. So I feel bad for you and your immediate
wow, twerking.
digression with that. Moving asses is twerking.
Okay. See, I just think of an ascular movement, as we used
You
to
know,
call it.
and that is sort of what we're
Bowel
talking
movement.
about. We're talking about the restroom.
Yeah,
Weird things can kind of happen in the bathroom.
really weird things can happen in the bathroom. At least in the men's room. I've never
have,
been in the ladies' room.
Yeah, because in those cases, we would be the weird thing in the ladies'
Yeah, we
restroom.
would be the weird thing.
But what kind of weird story? Do you have any weird stories?
I have a
comes to
story. Not everything is bigger in Texas. Is how I'm going to start this.
Oh, geez.
But I was in an airport in actually the Dallas airport, and I guess something about Texas, they don't put dividers between their urinals in the airport bathroom. And so I'm going pee at a urinal, not thinking anything of it. I look to my right, and there's another gentleman's wang. And
It's as though
it
he's
was,
using the urinal next to
we
you.
right? It was insane. He had a cowboy hat on, he had cowboy boots on, he was very Texas. And he had a small dick. And I was like, oh, I guess everything's not bigger in Texas. That's one of
Wow,
my fun stories from
I don't know how that's a fun
public
story.
restroom.
You see, if I accidentally got a glance of another man's wiener, I'd keep it to myself.
It's not like I was impressed or like, ooh, I want that.
Clearly
That
you
was-
weren't impressed.
No.
very, very clearly you were not impressed.
Do you have any crazy stories? I mean, public
This
restrooms
is
are-
going back to when I was a kid, and I remember this recently. Because kids don't necessarily understand the boundaries in bathrooms.
Mhm.
And for some reason, at least in the United States, the stalls have way more space in them than they
yeah.
seem to have covering. And for kids, you're already at like that height, you could easily squeeze underneath. And I was at school, I was a kid, and I was going number 2, which for years I couldn't just do in any old restroom.
Mhm.
And I think this moment is what triggered that. So I'm in there, and I don't remember having an issue with it before this. So I'm in there going, and this other kid just like crawls underneath the stall and just comes in. I'm like, I'm using it. You need to get out. What are you doing? And it just freaked me out. And
Oh, man.
you know, the kid was just like, isn't this cool? You can like crawl underneath here. And he didn't fully think about it. And he's just like, oh, sorry. And just got back. He was a kid. It was like, in hindsight, it's actually like almost adorable, like what that kid did, because it's just being silly and not understanding. But to me, it was horrifying in
Yeah,
that
no,
moment.
it's traumatic.
Scarring.
It's not
I
adorable.
couldn't go for a long time.
It's traumatic. That's brutal. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Ever since that urinal experience, I haven't been able to pee in a urinal since then. I've always
Really?
had stalls, yeah.
Interesting.
So we both
You're
have
afraid you might
scarring
accidentally
stories.
look at someone.
Or someone might accidentally look at me, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's
That's
anywho.
definitely something. Well, this first clip, I think, might actually make you scared of pools. So let's take a look
That's never a good sign.
at this first
Never a good sign.
bathroom fail.
Oh no. Oh no.
Is that not the nightmare?
Did he just have diarrhea in that pool?
Well, I think no matter what it is, it's immediately encased in water, so it becomes runny. But yeah, it seemed to have
Very
a looser
qualities
texture.
to it. That
Yeah.
was- That's
Yeah,
gross.
yeah, it just made like a little cloud under the water.
I mean, it's funny, but it's gross.
Yeah, it's only funny if it wasn't you.
Yes. If
That's
you weren't in that
that's-
pool,
that's it.
yikes. Like, was that on impact or like what the hell?
Well, it was later on while he was in there, as you noticed. Yeah. So this
How
one,
do you think he was going to get away with that?
I don't think he did. I think it was probably an accident. I feel like in those type of circumstances, it's just one of those times that it decides it's going. You
Yeah.
have no choice in the matter. It's happening.
I hope
And
so.
he was just in the last place you want to be for that. And this person is just dumb, but it's amusing to watch him fail.
Oh no. What is he doing?
Lighting a fart. Where is he? So instead of lighting a fart, he just plunges his hand like really hard. He's wearing like his
White. He's wearing white.
and those like they're like workout shorts or something. Those
They had
there's like
looseness,
tiny
yeah.
holes or something in it, like just from it being fabric, and that thing just acted like a cheesecloth and just strained it and shot it into his hand. So let's watch this again.
Oh, this is my favorite. They look like spandex. They're tight on them.
Yeah, right, they're like athletic something or other. Hello, shot his hand. The noise. It's like once he started, he couldn't stop it.
I love that reaction.
So, if
Don't
you're
try to
ever
light
worried
your
about
farts.
lighting your farts, don't worry about catching on fire. Worry about shatting on it. That is not how you want to go out.
No.
Especially when it's on camera.
Although, well, then it
Oh,
might get brought
man.
up in one of our podcasts, which is fun.
Yeah, which is so much fun. And I don't know why people wear white pants.
John van de Heuvel. John,
Oh,
mijn
no.
eerste vraag aan jou. Wat vind jij nou...
Guess who?
Ja, het is toch eigenlijk het programma, de beste misdaadprogramma's op televisie.
Ja, dat is toch een programma wat eigenlijk al jarenlang op de Nederlandse televisie te zien is. Het programma van Peter R. de Vries.
Ja.
Het is natuurlijk een beetje concurrent
Oh, you can
voor
tell
van
she's
maar,
feeling it.
dat
Oh
is-
no. Oh no.
Ja?
Jongens,
Nou,
ik heb een ongelukje. Ik ben...
Yes, just back up. Oh, Jesus.
nou waardeloos zeg. Ik denk dat je dat even kan afschrijven.
What do you do in that situation? I mean, did she handle that appropriately by just running away?
Yeah, you kind of have to deal with it.
I mean,
It's
that
only going to
was-
get worse.
No, for sure.
You know, you can't just stand in it.
Well, I mean, you could.
You could, but do you want to?
No, not at all.
No.
She didn't even need. She needed no assistance on that one. She was just
No.
ready to go, and then just
Like
go.
accidentally, just yeah. And that's what I mean. It's you can feel like it's close to coming, and I've actually had. I feel like I haven't had that close of a call, but it's. I had a bunch of spicy food yesterday, and I've had moments where and maybe it's just because I was getting these clips, but I have just questioned every fart.
Yes.
Just, I have been on edge. Just, not today. And
Speaking of farts,
I'm wearing white-ish pants too, so I did not take
uh-huh.
heed.
But speaking of farts, there was one time, right? We were at a client site. You were there, and one of my favorite clients. They have two restrooms. They have one downstairs, and then they have one upstairs. And ultimately, I'm in the one upstairs, thinking I'm going to throw up because I'm very nauseous. I'm like, all right, well, let me just, be ready to throw up. My stomach wasn't upset because I was going to throw up. So I'm standing there, and it hits me. And luckily, I was able to turn around. Not quite in time. I did shart a little bit in the pants, for sure. Most of it was caught in the cheeks, like right in the cheeks. Just I was able to sandwich them together, just like and keep it from coming out. But
Trying to make a shit diamond.
yeah, but ultimately I started defecating and then proceeded to vomit all over the floor of the bathroom.
Oh wow!
It was quite the cleanup.
Wow!
I was in there for a good long while. The client had no idea. I mean, they don't watch this, so
Wow!
yeah. Wow, indeed.
So you just exploded in that, but you cleaned up that restroom afterwards. You
Oh
didn't
yeah,
just-
I didn't just leave it.
Just leave a monstrosity for someone else to find. That's the worst.
Oh, that is the absolute worst.
And if you're especially like you're rushing to try to find a toilet real quick because you waited too long, you're running, and you hop into like the first stall, and there's like a tower of TP in there.
it's always
just
above the water
you're like
line.
there's no way that's gonna flush, so you got to move on to the next one. But that's just precious time. Precious time. You're just ticking away.
Precious time. Holy crap, is that time precious?
Countdown to impact.
Ooh, it gets
Or-
brutal.
Decompact.
Hey, that works. But there's definitely been I know I had told this story I think previously on one of our podcasts, but speaking of toilet paper being overflowing, I was out of town at the client site. We were at the hotel. I went down to the lobby. I was going to meet Steven before we went over to the actual client site. And I'm in the lobby. One of the attendants there is like, hey, good morning. I'm like, oh, good morning. I like burped up and knew I was about to throw up. The attendant just laughed. Not sure what that was about. I proceeded to walk over into the bathroom. And it's a one-stall bathroom in the lobby. I bust into the stall, slam the door shut, lock it, set my bed. I'm wearing a laptop bag. I got a collar, not just a collar, but like a long sleeve collared shirt on. So I set my stuff down. I'm leaning over the toilet, and I look. It's just full of toilet paper. And you can see the shit just seeping out from underneath it. And you're just like, ah. But I had to throw up so bad. I threw up right on top of it. I kept like swooping in for the vomit and then backing up to try to avoid any backsplash. And I didn't get any backsplash, and then out of habit, just flushed it, not thinking about it. And all of it went down, which means the person that left that mess didn't even try to fucking flush it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
they just
just
left
rude.
that mess. It's one thing if you clog the toilet, and now you have to embarrassingly pull your pants up and shimmy over to the next stall. But to just leave it there like you didn't have to try to flush it, I don't know.
Get a pinching
You're
grab
animals.
walk.
You're animals. It's pretty bad. But, as we saw in those videos, not everybody needs help. But sometimes, if you need the right leverage for pooping,
Yeah.
gotta
Have you
get something.
used a squatty potty?
I haven't. I have shit in the woods, but I've never used a squatty potty.
Wow.
It's a similar
It's-
experience, I'd imagine.
it's
just to get
really
a squat and a push.
It's surprising. It really does get you that extra leverage. It gets your body in that right angle. Things just come out more easily. And actually, I noticed because I just moved, and we didn't have it immediately, so I was just going normal. And it's not as easy. You don't get as much out. It's crazy.
You got to get the right. Well, because our
You gotta
intestines
squat.
are like they're constricting at the very end there, right at that very little output there. It's like pinched off unless you're in the right position, which is actually not regular sitting position. It's more like a squat, like you're doing a squat to drop one, which is how you have to poop in the woods.
Yeah. You're leaning more forward in that case. And that's something that's interesting about it, is that it recreates that squat position, but it does so while you're sitting in a
Squat.
yeah, it's interesting. You're definitely in a different posture than you're used to.
But it gives you the leverage you need.
It gives you the leverage, but then you still get that comfort of your weight being on the seat.
Oh, I
that we
got
get
you.
out of that Western style toilet. Because if you're in India and a lot of places in the world, there's just a hole in the ground, and you have to squat and figure it out.
Yeah.
And in this case, we at least get both luxuries.
Yeah.
So that's something I mean, always have to have one.
No, for
Pretty
sure.
much at this point. I mean, it's
I'll have to look
It's
into that.
everything.
I've never
Yeah.
had one before, but
yeah. I
Sounds
got
nice.
that this last Christmas. I didn't realize how much I needed it. Wow.
that's a great Christmas gift.
Oh, well that that was one of them. One of the Christmas gifts, and a back massager. It's like a back massager, like pillow thing. Those are the two best gifts.
Oh, I think I have to throw my girlfriend under the bus in a story right now about pooping.
I would guess that's not a good call, based on context.
It's a quick little. It was a text message. That's all it was. It was just 2 text messages. I get home from work and I look in the toilet and I just sent her a text. Did you poop before you left? ? She just responds, "Lol, sorry." All those crying, laughing faces. I'm not gonna say what happened, but I'll let you infer from that text message exchange what happened.
Did she leave you in that scenario that you mentioned at the hotel?
Not quite that. It wasn't stacked on top of the toilet
Yeah.
paper.
Not quite that bad,
But
that's sort
it
of
was
the-
very funny. It was very funny because she knew exactly immediately what I was talking about when I texted her. It's just like,
Oops.
it happens. You know, it happens sometimes. It was clean and you don't think about it and you just
Yeah.
wash your hands and walk out. I mean, I've done it with peeing before. Forget to flush, you walk out. It happens. Anywho, just a little
Yeah,
quick
little-
embarrassing
little
story
digression.
about her. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Let's watch another clip.
please.
Again, being scared of pools, and in this case, a hot tub.
Oh dear. That's
A
so
nightmare.
embarrassing.
It is.
Oh my god.
It is the most embarrassing.
Especially as a female like that.
Yeah.
To be in a hot tub with other people and to just defecate.
Well, hot
that
tub.
hard.
Right now, I'm just gonna say it. Worse than pool.
Yeah, because it makes it warm
Enclosed
and gross,
space.
and it's a thought
The
smaller.
warm probably isn't helping. Yeah, and it just
Well, you could see she tried to get out in time. She didn't make it.
no, and that's. I blame the warm water, just leaving her too loose.
Well, here's the thing: was she sitting on one of those jets? Did she have a jet pounding her in the butt? Because
What
that
kind
could
of
have
question is that? I really doubt it. Why would you do that? Why would you just take the jet stream and just have it? Just while you're chilling with the homies, you're just sitting around, just while a jet's just shooting up you. No, I don't think that's a normal go-to move.
Okay.
Just saying. That's
I'm
not
just curious.
That's not usually a part that people use the jet to massage. I'm just saying.
You don't know her life.
I'm guessing that moment was not that.
No, I hope not.
I would hope not.
Because then she was just asking for it, really.
Yeah. This guy was trying to accomplish something that doesn't look that impressive. But, oops.
He dropped it on his chest.
He did. Yep.
Oh, he shit his pants. Didn't he? Yeah.
These white pants, man.
Is he still pooping right now? Is that why he's making those noises?
I don't know.
Wow. He dropped it on his chest and then just proceeded to
And then
defecate
dropped it in
all over
his
his.
Yep.
Oh man. You know, I don't know. Jumping back, sorry, to the toilets full of toilet paper. I don't even understand because they use so much toilet paper and you're looking at it and you're like, your asshole must be raw. That's not gentle toilet paper. That
That's-
stuff tears you up.
Yeah, some of that public restroom stuff, I don't know what. It's like low-grade cardboard. Like, I don't know what
It's
they
like
make it
they're
out of,
buying
but it's
it
rough.
to discourage you from pooping in their bathroom.
They're trying to save
That's what it feels
TP.
like.
They're
It's
trying
like-
to save on it. They don't want you Well, I mean, you hear about what people do in these things. You know, I understand trying to discourage a little bit of movement in the
Yeah.
restroom, but
Yeah, but
wow,
I mean, come on.
yeah, it hurts. It's not-
I get left bleeding on the regular.
So what do
if
you
I poop and
Well, what
poop.
do you do then? What's your go-to?
Oh, at home, I have I always go for like the same type of toilet paper. It's always because Cottonelle has the different color packaging. There's like the purple, which is pretty good. The purple's good. I'm not gonna
Purple.
do
I usually go for purple.
I always go for the green if they have it available. The comfort
What's the
with
difference?
aloe.
Aloe.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh man. If you're having diarrhea after diarrhea or you ate too much spicy stuff the other day, forget about sodomizing yourself with an ice cube. You want the aloe toilet paper.
Man, you're throwing a lot at him. Okay. So
And
we're
those of
talking
you who
about
have
ice
never-
cube
yeah.
suppositories, I guess, to help.
If
it's
helps.
just too spicy.
It helps sometimes. Yeah, it does.
You just
It's like
you
the
just
reverse
slipped
of
it
a
in
hot
there,
tub.
no pun intended.
I know, right?
Just kind of slip that one in there.
Well, it's a self-lubricating thing, and it's like you don't have to worry about it getting stuck. It just melts. Just, it's good. The water's gonna leak out when it melts. It's gonna leak out into your underwear. So just know that that's gonna happen. Because that's not a watertight seal at that point. But
So I think the moral of the story is just make sure you get that Cottonelle with aloe,
aloe,
so
yeah.
you don't have to do any
Yeah.
of that weird stuff we were just talking
But I mean,
about.
if you enjoy the weird stuff, there's no reason not to.
I'm not here to judge anybody. you do you, boo.
If you like an ice cube in the butt, you put an ice cube in the butt.
You heard it here.
Yeah, right here, not there.
Yeah.
Here.
right there. We got his Instagram. You go let him know what you're thinking. How you feel about those statements.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How do you deal with smell? Everyone likes to tackle smell with their own method.
You know, there's kind of a general ambiance, like a certain kind of smell I feel like you want to get in any kind of room. But then there's those times that you did just lay waste. And you got to do something to cut through. I like to use a nice Febreze.
Yeah.
And I really love the one with Gain, just because I love that Gain
Yes.
scent. I just love the smell of
Yes.
laundry. Pretty much any of them will work. This Febreze is pretty on point.
Mhm.
Man, you just got to slice through that smell, just take it down. Bring it down at least a few Scovilles, depending on what you
We're talking
had.
heat now, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sometimes it can smell hot.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can smell the hot poop, for sure.
Yeah.
You can always smell it when you walk into a public restroom. I don't know. I guess people who have the personality that allows them to poop in a public restroom also have something that they only eat food that smells terrible once it's left your body. Because I've never
Yeah.
walked into a public restroom and been like, oh, not bad. It's always been like, just hold your breath. Try to make it through.
You see, that's my approach going in.
You
I don't
you
do it.
even wait.
I don't do a big inhale to test the
You
water.
don't do a taste test, if you will.
No, I'd rather not. Leave it up to the imagination. You know, I use good body wash. I use a nice deodorant, and I just enjoy my own scents. That's my strategy. Because you're right. I mean, this bathroom, at least here, I don't know who's doing it, but man,
Every time.
check your diet.
Every time.
It burns your nostrils when you come in. I don't know what they're eating. You know.
I personally have my own little ritual when it comes to pooping smells, because I like a little smell during my poop.
Okay.
Like I like to light
Yeah.
either a vanilla or a cinnamon scented candle just for the duration of my poop,
Yeah.
and then I'll put it out after the poop, and then spray some Febreze. If that makes sense. Because sometimes the candle doesn't eat it up properly. Sometimes the candle does what other air fresheners will do, where it just adds that layer of smell on top of the hot poop. You know? And then
Yeah.
it's like, well, let me just spray some Febreze to polish it off. And the Febreze with Gain is always the best.
It is.
It's always the best.
And I think it's just, at least with my nose, that is, it gets me
it
every
cuts
time.
through.
It
It
does.
cuts through.
The Gain, though, is just for the smell. I mean, there's
No, for sure.
Oh, man. I just love fresh laundry smell.
Fresh laundry always smells good.
And this isn't even just for those times that you really need that aloe. Sometimes you could just have had long days out at, let's say, Universal, or you're just out walking for a while. You can get
gotta
kind of
chafe.
chafed. You gotta You got to do something about that burn, about that discomfort in the region. And there's been several methods I've used. I mean, I've definitely used a nice Gold Bond powder. Those are always
That's usually a
solid.
preemptive
There's
thing.
or like a spray that they have. But there's also creams that you can use, and that's
I've
we,
used
you know,
quite
we
a
have a
few
nice. There's this cream that I thought had a hilarious name. It's called Nutter Butter Extreme.
Oh,
And it's for your boys, it's for the whole region. So girls, you could probably use this type of thing too.
hey, girls chafe.
Yeah, no, and it's just because of the name Nutter Butter. It's kind of topical towards men, but I'm sure it works on women.
Oh, I'm sure.
Or there's other products out there, but you gotta keep it fresh.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
You know, for your own sake, if nothing else.
You know, it's weird to say this, but I found most of the adult products that I've ever used for that region have been a lot less effective than the infant creams and things that they make for babies.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird, but I found things that are made by Gerber and in the baby aisle for down under does wonders. I guess diapers chafe a lot more than
They
we
probably
remember.
do. They probably. Well,
So-
I don't remember diapers at
Yeah,
all.
of course
So
not.
yeah,
So
any
I think,
amount would be more than I remember.
Yeah,
but
those creams are pretty
probably more than
fantastic.
most pants.
Yeah, I bet.
Interesting. So pro tip: go to the baby aisle,
Or you can get your Nutter Butter.
or you
know?
can get your Nutter Butter on it. That too. There's a ton of options out there.
So many options.
So many options. We got this fun blog that we typed up about bathroom rituals and such. So check the link in the description. Pop over to our website. Check out the blog.
Yeah,
You can
it's some
see
real
it.
interesting stuff. As you may have noticed, we've become more comedic and satirical with our Live in the Moment podcast, and it's the same with our blog. It's very much entertainment driven. I mean, we recommend products and
the
things,
topic today is just so serious that the
but
blog reflects that.
Public
The blog
restrooms is a
reflects
very
that.
serious.
It is.
It's a very serious matter.
Yes.
Germany has fantastic public restrooms. Like
It
you had to
did.
pay to get into some of their public restrooms.
Well,
but they
in
were
a lot of Europe, they make you
marvelous.
pay, but it was really nice and
Not in Italy. They didn't make it in
Yeah.
Italy. Which their bathroom
Okay.
state reflected it.
it did though.
No toilet seats. No toilet seats. And we had confirmation from our mom that there were no toilet seats in the women's restroom either. How does that work?
Does it work?
Apparently. They've got a whole
Yeah,
nation
I don't
doing
know.
it.
Crazy. Well,
Sometimes when you're pooping,
yeah.
you're looking for, well, especially if it's not passing very easily, you're looking for something to distract you from the business you're doing.
It's
Do you
true.
have any preferred distractions? Do you like to watch TV?
I like to
Or do
read
you-
a little something.
Okay.
A lot of the time. I mean,
you like to catch up on the reading, I
You can
gotcha.
surf your phone to find different things to read. Like you have the Kindle app. You got different social media sometimes to scroll. But sometimes you can't beat a hardcover physical book.
Mhm.
You gotta have something that you put in your hands while you're just clenching, making it happen. And there's a lot of really great children's books around it because you're trying to teach kids to poop and to poop in one spot, the bathroom. And you don't think about it because we're so trained in it, but it's completely new and like a weird concept.
Well, when you think about it, you come across it every time you raise a new animal. You get a little puppy, you gotta train it.
Yeah, you
Where
gotta
to
tell
the
it where to
bathroom.
go. Yeah.
Humans are no different. We don't
Exactly.
slide out of the womb knowing where to defecate. But yeah, no, good reading material. Physical books, always the better way to go in my opinion. I always enjoy a good physical book. I've been reading a lot of business books lately, things that to try to help me improve my business game, keep things stepped up. What's your preferred reading material?
I mean, I love a good physical book. Children's books are usually pretty funny. Like, Where Do You Poop?
Is that
Where's
an
the
actual
poop?
title?
Something like that. It's I forgot the exact title.
Where's the poop?
Yeah, Where's the Poop? Because it follows this kid looking at different creatures, like finding lions and looking for their poop, finding out where they do it. Because then it just draws the contrast between, does a bear shit in the woods? Yes. Where do we shit? The toilet. It's that kind of thing. Not put so
man.
crudely, but maybe I should write a book. But that's it.
Wow, that's pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
The fact that they make books like that.
Yeah, get kids interested.
Well, everybody poops. That's probably
Everybody
a book,
poops.
too.
That's
Actually, I
another
think
one.
that is a book,
No,
yeah.
it is. That's another
Everybody
book.
poops.
Everybody poops.
Everybody poops. Well, I'm tired of smelling this public restroom. I don't know about you. I
It's a
we need
little
to,
dank.
I think we
It's
need
a
to wrap
little
this
dank.
one up.
I think we will.
We can leave you with a quote here.
We're gonna, yes, we're gonna leave you with a really good quote.
You know what? I'll let you take that quote because I think you
Yes.
found it.
Yeah, this is a really good quote I sourced. If you eat, it then shall pass. This was Socrates, maybe.
So there you go. From Socrates, maybe.
Maybe.
If you eat it, then it shall pass.
Then it shall pass. Then it too shall pass.
Fantastic. Well, look, everyone, we're going to wrap this up. We're tired of smelling the shit around us. Thank you so much for joining us for Live in the Moment. I have been Alex Giuliano.
And again, I'm Stephen Giuliano. Thanks for watching, and catch us next week.
Don't forget to check out our blog in the description below. Thanks for watching.